This is my 1-minute update about the 4 most important things happening in the Vancouver real estate market right now. I will dive into all of these announcements in greater detail in my full market update video, but here are the highlights. Are we ready? Let's start the clock. Number 1, on January 1st, the federal government instituted a Canada-wide ban on foreign buyer purchases for the next 2 years. This means that only Canadian citizens or permanent residents will be allowed to purchase property over the next 2 years. Temporary residents, work permits, non-residents who are married to residents or Canadian citizens, diplomats and refugees are exempt from this ban. Number 2, BC now has the buyer rescission period for resale homes. This means that buyers can walk away from a purchase within 3 business days after an offer is accepted. However, they will pay a penalty for doing so of 0.25% of the purchase price. That works out to $2,500 for every $1 million. Number 3, the anti-flipping tax. Any homeowner now selling their home within 12 months of that purchase will be considered flipping, and the profits will be taxed as business income. Now, there are exemptions for life events such as divorce and death. Number 4, the speculation and vacancy tax expansion here in BC. And now that rentals must be allowed in all buildings, any unit that isn't rented will be subject to the speculation vacancy tax of 0.5% of the value, 2% for foreign buyers annually, and in Vancouver, an additional 3% empty homes tax. Yikes! This has been expanded to more areas and now includes Squamish, Lions Bay, and Ladysmith. Did I go over 1 minute? Damn. All right, you guys cannot blame me for going over and trying to cram all of this information into 1 minute when the government makes these massive policy changes, 4 of them at the beginning of the year. Listen, if you want to know something specific about your home, your neighborhood, your street, even your neighbor's home, message me down below. I'll get you all the details. And now here are the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver stats and my attempt at making them entertaining. According to the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, home sales in the region have taken a nosedive with a 51.8% decrease from those sales recorded in December of 2021 and a 19.8% decrease from those recorded in November of 2022. Last month's sales were 37.7% below the 10-year December sales average. But what's the cause of this drop in sales? Well, it's something that I like to call the Bank of Canada's party-pooping policy rate hike. Yes, you heard that right. The Bank of Canada has been raising rates left and right in an effort to bring inflation back to its target, and it has had a negative effect on home sales and home prices here in Vancouver. But don't worry, there may be light at the end of the tunnel. Some experts agree that the Bank of Canada may be winding down this tightening cycle. Of course, rates may still remain elevated for longer than expected because inflation just won't quit. It's like that one party guest who refuses to go home even though it's 3 a.m. and everyone else has gone to bed. So what does this mean for you, dear buyer or seller? Well, if you're a buyer, now is a great time to jump in. Don't try to wait for the bottom of the market because it might not be as low as you think. And if you're a seller, it is crucial to have a top-notch agent with a killer video marketing strategy to get your home sold. And you're looking at one right now. Plus, make sure you're pricing your home at fair market value for the current conditions. Now, I know that all the data sounds ominous and the media coverage will certainly color it that way, but the reality is that home prices in Metro Vancouver have come down enough to offset most of the impact of all of the interest rate hikes, and buyer demand is still strong. We'll be keeping a close eye on the spring market to see if buyers and sellers have adjusted to the higher borrowing costs. Until then, stay tuned for more updates on the Vancouver real estate market and my attempts at making it entertaining. Hey, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed that video and you want to learn more about Metro Vancouver neighborhoods, check out this playlist right here. I have filmed a ton of neighborhoods around Metro Vancouver, and you can check them out right there. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button because on this channel, you're going to find everything you need to live, love, and own here in Vancouver, so don't forget to subscribe.